You know what? I'm basically here to say it happens to men too. And and you know how there was that hashtag that said me too? I want to start men too, okay? I want to start.
Oh, that's taken the breath out of me. Oh, okay, it's a weird weekend because the weekends are weird. And we're going to, our favourite place for a weird story.
Florida! Yes!
Florida. We're going to Florida.
Florida, baby.
We're talking about, Florida. You just gift us so many great news stories. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing in the water there. There is a Florida teen.
Mm-hmm.
She's been arrested. Farrah Kernan. Farrah is 18 years old. She was arrested by the Martin County Sheriff's Office. And according to the arrest affidavit, she was arrested for allegedly bashing her mum. Now, you might be like, I don't know if we can laugh about this.
Yeah, I don't know if this is fun, mate. Again, this is the guy who on the first weekend brought a grave robber who was stealing body parts. And I was like, we can have fun with this. So, look, obviously I can't be trusted with what my gauge is, but I feel like murdering mum?
No, mum wasn't murdered. She was just bashed.
Just bashed?
Apparently she'd been day drinking, this 18-year-old, which if you do the math, that's actually not legal in America. It is in Australia, so we're cooling you guys.
I don't know. I don't know if drinking at 18 and bashing your parent is considered cool.
No, I'm not saying the bashing parent is cool. I just mean it's cool that, like, when you can vote, you can also have a drink. But in America, you can vote, but you're not allowed to go to the bar, which is weird to me.
Yeah, and voting's stressful, and that's what you want to do after voting.
Exactly, because it's like you got to colour in the little squares or
and you gotta
do the
line
numbers
up.
or whatever. You got to
up.
line the fuck up. You got to stand in the bloody cardboard boxes.
Yeah.
So Cynthia, her mum, she apparently said that her daughter had been day drinking, which if you've done can be dangerous. And eventually this led to a... What's the date? We're going to be day drinking in about a month's time. And I can't bloody wait.
Almost exactly. Actually, it will be exactly a month because...
Yeah, because you can go to bed
You're here the day after my
early.
birthday.
You can still go to bed.
We will be going to bed at 7
9
p.m.
p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, 7. Love that.
Yeah.
So she and her mum got into a verbal disagreement, and that is when she bashed her mum with a pork chop.
Oh, fuck. That's good stuff. I can see why you brought it. How big is this pork chop?
Well, I think it's just like a regular pork chop. Like, I think by the way that they've described it, it was in her hand and she bashed her mum with the pork chop.
Right.
So,
okay. Bashing is a really strong word. Like, is she just like hitting her mum with the pork chop? Because if I was being hit with a pork chop, I would be like, please stop hitting me with that pork chop. I don't know. Like, when you say bashing, it feels like she has an oversized pork chop.
Yeah, no, she wasn't like
just
it wasn't like a
bash.
What's the tomahawk? It wasn't like she had a tomahawk.
Those big ones, yeah.
The big one, and was like holding it by the bone and like smacking at her mum. I think the pork chop was a normal chop, and it got hit at her and thrown at her during the argument. And apparently
what is wrong with kids?
There was footage of the argument, but it stated that the pork chop was not captured on video. So this is why I love the story so much. I mean, obviously, we don't support people bashing each other. You shouldn't bash your mum. You shouldn't throw a pork chop at someone.
Crazy that we have to say that, but sure. Yep.
Sure, But this is my favourite line from the story. The affidavit, the responding officer actually wrote that they observed food residue on Cynthia's left shoulder, which was consistent with her statement. Can you imagine being the police officer on duty, showing up to this person's house where an 18-year-old girl's drunk and throwing pork chops at her mum. And the mum says there's video of everything else but not the pork chop. But look at my shoulder. And this guy or girl is like taking notes in their little notebook that there's pork residue on the shoulder, which is in line with what is being reported by the mother, Cynthia. The sheer stupidity of some of this shit that cops must go and have to write notes on, especially in Florida. God.
I think it's most of their
hero.
job. You know what I mean? Like, we watch a lot of cop shows, but most of their job is just stupid shit. I've got so many questions. Okay, so there's the residue of the pork chop, but the pork chop, the offending pork chop, nowhere to be found. Like, so what's happened with, and I know that a lot of criminals dispose of the weapon after using it to get rid of the evidence. And I guess in this case, you could just eat the evidence. But why would you after you've been slapping your mum with it? Like what?
It doesn't even mention. It doesn't even mention
the teen has
where
eaten
it is.
the pork chop.
Maybe. Like, because they have not mentioned, like, where is the pork chop? They haven't said the pork chop was taken.
Tell us! Where's the pork chop?
They put it in a little zip baggie and they wrote, like, you know, the date and the time that they collected the evidence. So no one has said that.
The little number, the colour, like the yellow number, and they take a picture of the evidence number and then they put it in the bag and, you know, make sure that it's not tainted evidence. And then that goes and sits into evidence for many, many years. And the sad part is, if it had gone further, maybe that's what would have had to have done. I've never heard of a murder with a pork chop before.
No, but stranger things have happened.
You know where my brain goes? My nan.
Oh, Nan. Fucking Nan. What did she do with a porky?
She loves cooking a pork chop. And I've never thought about hitting my nan. I just want to state that clearly to begin with. But she'd always do them under the grill, right? She never cooked them in a pan. She would always do them under the grill. You know how the ovens? No. You know how the ovens had the oven part and then under them they had like a little grill thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that was very big.
Yeah.
And she loved cooking everything under that grill. And it was dry, like dry and hard. Like the driest meat.
So dry if you don't cook it well.
She'd get such a nice cut of meat and then she'd cook it and make sure that pig is doubly dead.
Yeah.
And it's no, I've never thought of slapping her with it, but like there was a couple of times where I thought, Nan, just ease up on the grill.
Nan.
You know what I mean? Like just ease it. I have this thing with food. I don't know what it's called. Maybe we can do a Google. I don't like food. Like I have an aversion to food touching bodies. So when someone picks up, like I struggle with little kids eating their food. Charlie, calm down. You're a big
aversion to food touching bodies. Let's see if that's a real phobia. By the way, can I say, I don't think anyone likes people. Like, I wouldn't want to see.
No, that's a kink. That's people have things like a little kinky thing that they love.
Yeah, okay, but that's a kink.
Like
but I think like
and stuff.
Outside of it being a kink, like I don't think that many people. Like, I think the people with the kink are the odd ones out. I don't think you're the odd one out. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's one thing for someone to be like, I want to eat some sushi off your boobies. But, like,
Never put it like that. If you're a lesbian or a straight man and you're going, hello, I want to eat some sushi off your boobies. You're fucking cooked. You're done. No one's going to ever let you do that if you put it like that.
Someone would, and you know it. Like, and you know it. But, like, you saying, oh, I don't want to see a kid, I don't know, smearing their bolognese on their chest which is
mostly that makes me mad because, bolognese is up there for one of my favourite meals. And I just think,
and it's a waste.
Kids, what stupid. And they throw on the floor and they barely get any of their fucking mouth. Oh, God, it shits me to tears.
And because when they're that little, when they're just starting to eat and they're like 2 years old and they're still in a high chair, you just strip them naked because there's no point in having them eat with clothes on. So I'm guessing this is the reference point for you where you've seen a lot of kid food get smeared on bodies and that you have an aversion to that.
Yeah, it's not just kids though. It's not just kids though. But one thing I will mention is that another thing that I was going to say allergic to. That's fine. I'll say allergic. I have an adverse reaction to is when my friends who have kids, and I won't name who this is, I won't out them, but they know who they fucking are because I pull them up on it immediately.
Are you talking to them at this moment?
No. They had the bib over the child, and the bib was like a bucket bib.
Oh, yeah. Hey, are you sure it wasn't me? Because I had those.
It catches all of them have got these bucket bibs, and they catch all the stuff that doesn't go in the kid's mouth, and then the parent friend, well, I guess he's still a friend of mine. He just when the baby went to have its bath, because obviously he had made a massacre out of the bolognese. He got a fork and just started eating out of the baby bucket.
No, that stuff's come out of the mouth. Nah.
It's come out of everywhere.
Gross.
It was in eyes and ears and nose. And he was like, it's good. Don't waste it. I couldn't. It was the most disgusting thing. I also, the time I really knew that I had this aversion is there was a show. I couldn't tell you what show it was, but I vividly remember it was Dave Hughes in an episode of one particular show. And he had to tell what type of food it was by putting his feet in it.
Oh, yeah.
And
I don't love that.
I couldn't. I was dry heaving. I couldn't watch it. I couldn't listen to
I don't think it would make me vomit.
No, I just couldn't do it.
Oh, that was gross.
You know the noises.
Well, this is apparently you've got aversion to food touching bodies or skin is often linked to tactile defensiveness, hypersensitivity to touch.
I don't mind being touched.
All right, mate. Or sensory processing
I'm not putting this
issues.
as like an open, Hit
us up in the comments who wants to touch going.
I'm not putting this as like an open consent thing to people on the street. You know what I mean? Like if you see me, don't grab me. Because I don't like being grabbed unless I anticipate it's going to happen.
When you say grabbed, like who's grabbing you? No one should be grabbing you. Like your partner can grab you, but like...
My friend JR at our first job in Alice Springs, one of his favourite stories to tell people is when it was my first hosting gig for the radio station.
Classic.
And it was like their big to-do in the Alice. They did this beach party. And we're up on stage and I was interviewing the people who were going to be in this competition on stage. And as I was interviewing this one woman... she just grabbed my cock and ball. She cupped it all, and she said
the whole thing. Yeah.
She said something about wanting to meet little Wilko, and
you were like, "Well, it's big. Thank you very much."
He is average. He is slightly above average.
Above average, Wilko. Thank you very much, you monster of a woman.
And
now you know what it's like to be a lady going out on the town.
Yeah, because ladies get touched a lot on their bits, don't they? God, that's fucked up, isn't it? Yeah, well, you know what? I'm basically here to say it happens to men too. And and you know how there was that hashtag that said me too? I want to start men too, okay? I want to start...
Oh, that's taken the breath out of me. Oh, my God. I can't. That is so... Put it in the comments. Hashtag men too wackadoo. I think we have at least one male listener, and that is my dad.
Okay, we've got to go now. I think that we've hit the
We
peak.
gotta go.
Make sure you like and subscribe. Let us know when you've been grabbed on the peenie or the pussy in the comments below, or just hashtag men too. And we'll see you in the next episode.